How's it going, boys? Carter's Mega Blocks here. Welcome back. Today, I know it's been a long time. I checked last, it's been like 9 months since my last video, but it was only because I ran out of ideas, and I finally have a bunch more ideas that I could do for videos. So, I'm doing a comparison on the Phantoms today. Because a new one came out recently, and it's pretty good, but I have some thoughts comparing it to the old one. So, let's get right into it. Starting off with the figures. Uh, his figures are really nice. There's just Brute Captain. This is the pilot with the set. I didn't really care for that because this is an actual pilot that came with the old set. But I do like the Ravager that came with the guy. It's my first Ravager, and I think that's great. Uh, then we have Spartan Griffin, who came with this, which is also cool. I like how their newer sets are coming out with the Spartans that have died in Halo Infinite. If you haven't played the game, you find them dead along your way. And then we have the holographic Escherum, which I actually have the real Escherum too, but this is a really interesting figure to have. It's kind of like this figure and this figure. I think it's really cool to have these holographic versions because if you're doing some story-based, you can have the main boss be there but not actually be there. So I think it's a really cool way to do that. But yeah, the figures for that are pretty good. The figures for this overall are better because I think having two Imperial Grunts is kind of lame. I do like these old Grunt designs though. I think they're just adorable. They can't hold anything for crap, but that's fine. One thing I do like better though is the pilot. The pilot figure is so nice to have, and it's the only one that's white and black like this, so it's really cool to have him. And then the figure that doubles the price of this set is this one right here. This is the Ripa Morami from Halo Wars, so I assume there's a Halo Wars build, but he's the old articulation one. And if you compare him to the counterpart for the new Phantom, you got some strong competition because this is a super rare, nice figure with nice gold outlinings, and then he's got this custom printed arm with the energy sword, and he's got his own armor and head. So definitely good things all around. Now that the figures are out of the way, one thing that does come extra, the Phantom does come with all these boxes. I don't know what to do with them, but they're cool to have. They're the only set that I know of that has this. But I think to start off, I will show you the functionality of the original because you can't go wrong with the original. And this broke off. That is one problem with this. Against studs, it breaks. But this one here, this one's a classic because it has these interior spaces here that look really nice. And then it's got a bunch of like grading patterns underneath it. And it's got these turrets on each side. I do like how these function a lot. And I love how they got this curved slope on it. And I do really like that you can take off the top and put it back on. It's that easy. These also move around. They don't really have much function other than that. Yeah, these aren't ratcheted joints, these bottom ones. On the underneath, it does have a place where you can drop guys out of, that type of thing. And it does have a classic turret. It is a little different on the original model. This front turret here couldn't spin, but mine can because I added an extra joint to it because I'm like, that's a great idea. It does that in the game, so why not on the build? This front cockpit is a little lackluster. I mean, it's literally just a blank platform with a chair. This chair is fat too. Like, take it out here. It's a massive chair. I don't even know what they were thinking when they made it. But it works with the size of the cockpit that you got, because most of the room was left for. See, I can't even get the chair in. Most of the room was left for, you know, this custom piece on the front of it. That definitely finishes off the look. Also, stickers. Not a huge fan, but they definitely come a long way for this build too. That's about it as functionality-wise goes. It does look a lot like the in-game model, though. It's just a little smaller. All right. Next, we have this one, which, as far as functionality goes, it's a lot better. But practicality, I would say it's not. It's got these... I do not really like these side panels. They're so flat and nimble. Like, if you look on this old one, they're a lot thicker. Like that. And this one's like 2 pieces thick. So I don't care for that. These are like 4 pieces thick. That's a lot better. The interior is a lot more fleshed out. And it has these lane turrets too. Why couldn't they do the same thing? Like, on the old set, it had these. But now they have those. Is that for, like, children? What child's going to buy this? But that's more nitpicky than anything. It's still a functional turret, and it works. It moves up and down, and it shoots, but I'm not going to do that because I'll probably lose it. That's another thing. These break really easily. That's because they're attached on this one jointed point. And then to put them down, it broke again. To put them back down, you have to lay them like that. It does come with plenty of ammunition, I will say that. This set's kind of gimpy until you apply the back to it. It makes it look a lot better. Once you apply these back fins and stuff, it looks really good out from the back, I will say that. And it has these things that kind of look like nacelles from Star Trek. Let's see. The front side, you know, as I start talking about this thing, it starts breaking. So that's fun. Let me just get this on real fast. Oh, shoot. But the front opens, and it has this nice interior space to it, which it goes a long way too. I'll show you in just a sec. I'm fixing this. All right. The interior space has this nice panel, and it actually has a hallway that leads to the back, which is perfect. Word of warning for people. There's a function where this thing breaks in half and you can fold it down. Do not grab it from here or here and fold it down. The best way I've found is you put your fingers in the slit here and then you push. Because these points, while they look cool, are actually very weak. See, but now it's completely open. That's what I mean in functionality. It's great, but practicality it's not, because these break off all the time. Extra weapons, of course, and then it comes with this little display stand where you can put your Eshram figure to, I don't know, read out commands or whatever he does. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then, of course, you got these little hinges on the edges here that you can put the figure in there. So, pretty cool. And then these get stuck, too, sometimes. Oh, no, it was good. So, and then this whole thing is a monster to put together. Like, folds in, looks nice, and it has that curved front just like the Phantom does. The other Phantom. But yeah, both great sets. So, I don't know. Between all of this stuff, I'm going to have to say that the old Phantom is better. As far as functionality goes, that one's better. It's easier to get your hands in the middle. But I think as far as looks and design go, this is better. As well as it's more friendly for kids to play with. Like, these side edges are so easy to break off. As well as these. Like, these kept falling off throughout the video. And I broke the front while trying to fix this set. But all good and fun. When you're a collector like me, you know and figure out ways to be careful with your sets. But I think that'll be it for this one. I'll have another one coming out soon. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.